Ghislaine Maxwell has filed an appeal to the United States Supreme Court. She's alleging that Jeffrey Epstein, when he entered into that plea in Florida, arising out of that 2005 case, that plea included a non-prosecution agreement. And it was super fucking broad. They would agree to not prosecute any known or unknown co-conspirators. And so she's claiming that this is the government backing down on... Listen, she already tried this. In 2022, she filed a motion to dismiss based on that same thing, same premise. And the court then denied her motion, saying it's a different jurisdiction, you stupid piece of shit, as they should. Sorry, I promised someone on YouTube that I would clean it up next time. She is now appealing that ruling. And let me tell you, everyone knows how to play Donald Trump. The petitioner alleges the status as Epstein's co-conspirator was the entire basis for prosecution. No one's above the law, not even the Southern District of New York. Our government made a deal. It must honor it. The United States cannot promise immunity with one hand in Florida and prosecute with another in New York. President Trump built his legacy in part on the power of a deal, and surely he would agree that when the United States gives its word, it must stand by it. We are appealing not only to the Supreme Court, but to the president himself to recognize how profoundly unjust it is to scapegoat Ghislaine Maxwell for Epstein's crime. Scapegoat? Every single fucking victim has named her by name. If not by name, described her to a T. She's not a scapegoat. She's a primary. But anyway, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They know what they're doing. He's so easy to manipulate. But let me tell you why this is stupid. I'm not saying that they're not going to fucking go for it because it's our Supreme Court. Who the fuck knows what they're going to do, because apparently they've become a partisan fucking body, openly wheeling and dealing in fucking favors. But this was a state level prosecution in Palm Beach. It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been. Alexander Acosta, who was the then U.S. attorney in Florida, the one who everyone knows brokered a sweetheart deal for Jeffrey Epstein, he prepared a 53-page indictment. 53 pages. They had interviewed already, by the time of this deal, 36 victims as young as 14 years old. And he had it ready to go. And then Alan Dershowitz and Roy Black and his other attorneys meet with Alex Acosta. And I don't know what promises were made, but he didn't prosecute. He handed it over to the Palm Beach County State Attorney's Office. State-level prosecution. There was never an indictment filed in the federal courts. So the non-prosecution agreement was only on the state level. The state of Florida. I just need to add this. In 2024, Judge Luis Delgado, who is a circuit court judge in Palm Beach County, state level, unsealed about 150 pages of 2006 Palm Beach grand jury testimony. It revealed disturbing allegations, including rape of girls as young as 14 and payments for recruiting other minors. Delgado called Epstein the most infamous pedophile in American history. I just want to shout out to Luis Delgado, who I went to law school with. What up, Big Lou? Thanks for trying. So it really begs the question, with all of that, how is it that he walked away with 2 felony counts for soliciting and procuring a minor for prostitution? When, by the way, the 53-page indictment that Alex Acosta was had ready to go, included interstate trafficking of minors for sex, conspiracy, sexual exploitation of minors, Mann Act violations. How is it that he decided to punt that to the state attorney's office in Palm Beach County and let him plead to 2 counts, where he got to just do nights at the jail and go continue his bad acts during the day? There has to date, by the way, been no repercussions for Alex Acosta. And before anybody asks, George W. Bush was the president when this happened. And the FBI files show that this matter, while Alex Acosta was preparing the indictment, did send it over to Washington. And yet here we are. Point being, the deal was with the state attorney's office, state level, Florida only. And Florida can't make a deal for immunity from prosecution for known and unknown co-conspirators of different fucking charges all throughout the entire fucking country. What are you talking about? And by the way, his charge that he pled to was the trafficking of one minor. I presume the charges that were brought in New York had to do with more than that. Her motion is legally insufficient. It should not be granted, but let's see what the Supreme Court does. I don't personally have any faith, but let's see.